Hi, my name is Shuchita Podar. I'm a creative writing major in class of 2022 and I am Knox. In high school, I used to study humanities and I always wanted to pursue writing. I came across Knox and I was very intrigued by their program. I was like, I have to go here. I was born in Delhi, but I grew up in different parts of India, Pune, Ahmedabad, Lucknow, and now finally I'm in Gurgaon. I am more independent here than back home. The first day that I came to Knox, I was really confused as to what buildings were where. I saw people, everyone was so cheerful. It just took away all the tension that I had. All the orientation leaders and international ambassadors were so helpful. They took me to my dorm, helped me set up my room. I settled in pretty quickly. They showed me around campus and they introduced me to various organizations and clubs where I could feel like home. Before coming to Knox, I used to write a lot of poetry and I thought that was like a standardized form. But when I came to Knox, I took my first poetry class with Gina Franco. It totally turned my world upside down with the kinds of formats you can play with. There was just so much to poetry I hadn't learned. Everything around me inspires me, how I'm feeling. A simple conversation would strike an idea and I would write about it. For me, poetry is all about giving the word to the audience. I do a lot of spoken poetry. I write to get the word out there. There's a shawl that my mom really loves and she sent it with me this time because it's one of the warmest shawls that she has and it's pretty cold out here. I would wear it every single day. I was really inspired by the shawl and I wrote about it, how it connects to my mother. I wrote this spoken poetry. It was about being a brown girl. That was what I did for IFR this year. The theme was street culture. So I wrote about the streets in India and what they mean to me. International Club has International Fair in winter term where we get to participate and show what our cultures are like, maybe dances, songs, poetry. When I did my spoken poetry in IFR, I got to show entire Galesburg what it meant to be from India. Being just one person, I was representing all the brown girls from India, and I think that was the proudest moment of my entire life, giving voice to people who weren't being heard. We got to see so many different cultures and what dances they have, the songs they have. It's all so beautiful. I don't think I've ever seen so much diversity ever. I'm part of the alumni ambassadors. We help with homecoming. Homecoming is amazing. You see alumni, you hear about their stories, how things have changed. I choreograph for TERP. Every term they put up a show. I think it's one of the nicest platforms I've got to show Bollywood dance. People really enjoy it. I love performing for TERP. Friendships at Knox are so meaningful. We get to have late night conversations just sitting in Gizmo. Since we all are from different cultures and countries, sometimes we listen to Bollywood music, sometimes we listen to Arabic music, sometimes we listen to Nepali music. Starting off in my first year, I was really scared to write more, but the professors here just expanded my forms and told me not to be scared of writing because it's experimental. You're going to learn the more you write. I can see the significant difference in my freshman year writing to my end of sophomore year writing, and I cannot believe that it's mine. Professor Chad Simpson in particular helped me get out of my zone. I was really intimidated by writing fiction, but when I took beginning fiction writing with him, I started experimenting more with fiction and I fell in love with fiction so much. Same with non-fiction writing. Professor Sin Fitch gave us some really unique prompts that I never thought I would be able to write as a non-fiction writer. All the classes that I take in Knox, they've just given me more to experiment and write with. I'm working on a writer's program through Georgetown University. A lot of my time goes in forming characters and scenes and my plot. Every week we meet as a class. We get to network with other writers. I know that I definitely want to get into the field of journalism now, mostly investigative journalism, but I'm not sure if I want to stay in the United States or go back home because I'm more focused towards traveling to different countries and investigating what's going on around the world. One thing that I've learned is how accepting Knox is in terms of whatever opinions or perspectives you offer and how inclusive it is. Knox is the most friendliest place I've ever been. Knox has been a place where I've been able to speak up freely, have dialogue sessions with my friends, and just learned so much more about other cultures that I wasn't aware of earlier. Knox gave me a different route and just brought out the best in me.